If there's one thing I hate, it's flies. And also I'm allergic to wasps. They don't kill me or anything, but if I get stung on the arm, for instance, by a wasp, my arm will balloon up. And it takes a couple of days for that to go down. And if I'm stung on the throat or on the neck, I can't really wait for that to go down for a couple of days if I can't breathe properly. And I would prefer not to be intubated with a hose pipe by Cindy. So I'm thinking about, you know, it's 32 degrees outside, 33 on the boat, which is quite good really because of the light colours. I think it's just 1 degree hotter in the boat than it is outside, and they say if you're in a tube of steel then it can be quite unbearable, but I think that's if you've got dark colours on your boat. But we do like to have the windows open, and these porthole windows, they open up and just come back like that, or you can take them out completely like that. But the problem is if I'm cooking, or generally flies come in and they just annoy the hell out of me. So I've actually done this, which is a net. It's a fly net, and I'll try and take it closer to see if you can see it. There's a net there. Looks really good from outside because you can't see in. It's like a dark privacy window, which the glass gives that same effect. So if you've got nets in it, you can't see the difference looking at the boat from the outside. But I've been looking on the internet trying to find these porthole fly nets, mosquito nets, and although they exist, it's trying to kind of get hold of them from America normally, and also getting the right size for our porthole windows. So I thought I would make some. So I made a couple of these, and I'm about to make another one, so I'll kind of show you how I did it in case anybody's interested, because there's been a lot of social media activity about what do people do about flies and fly nets on their porthole windows. So I've been to Whole Foods, and I've bought this, which is, I'll just try and show you down there, which is some matting that generally is used in garages or gymnasiums, and it kind of interlocks, and I've got it on the stern and also in the crutch of the bow for flooring there, so it's kind of waterproof, and it also, you can just lift it up if you need to clean or whatever. So that's what I'm using, and I've just bought that this morning because I did run out. So here we go. So I'm going to put it on my chopping board because I'm actually going to cut it out, but I hope you can see this okay. And I'll just get the damn stuff open. There's 6 of the tiles that come in a pack, £12 for the pack, or I think it's 20 quid for 2 packs, but I don't need that many. So that's what it looks like when it comes, pretty much with these edges on, which we don't need. So we can remove these. And that's what I'm going to be using. So I think the easiest way to get a circle that's going to fit is to try and draw around the existing porthole window that I've taken out, and I'm just going to draw around this. The tile's got like a glossy surface, but it's spongy, kind of a hard spongy back, which is easy to mark out because it actually does also give an indentation of the mark, so it's easier to see and cut. So let's put some light on the subject. And you can see there that I've just created that circle. I'm going to try and cut that out with my scissors just outside that mark, so it creates a bit of a seal around the window, when you push it in, and I'm just going to carefully cut round here. This is the second one I'm doing, because we join two together. It's okay, I'm just turning it to the light so I can see the line. There we go. So there's the two pieces, because they're going to be, when I cut the hole out the middle, they're going to be joined together. With the netting in the middle. This is the netting I'm going to be using, and I got it as spare because I did buy one of those magnetic, as you can see here on the side hatch, there's a magnetic little magnetic thing comes off like that, so you can open and close or take it off completely. I had a lot of spare netting from that because it was quite a big size, and you just stick the magnets on and then clip on the outer piece to the netting. So now basically I'm going to cut a hole out, and then the netting will be stuck on, and then a similar piece will be stuck over the top. And I tried to think of what I could use to measure the hole for the netting, and I found one of our dinner plates fits quite well, so I used that for the last one, so I think it should be fine. Just draw around the plate. Just bearing on a bit so it makes that groove that I can see easily. There we go. So there we go. I'm going to cut that out now, which I use my craft blade for. I found that works quite well. And I just cut round. Just go around a couple of times. It's amazing how quick these blades go blunt just doing this, and you think this soft stuff, the blades would last for ages, but they don't. But I'm going to persevere with the same blade. I suppose I could be more meticulous and change the blade, but the porthole mosquito nets that are online that would fit our window are from America. I can't find anywhere in this country, and also there's the issue of having them delivered and where we're going to have them delivered to, but they're 50 quid a piece, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to make all of ours for about £20, which, as long as it does the job. So let's just see. Just a bit around there. There we go. So that's what we're ending up with. And I'll just do the other one. So there are the two bits. As I say, it's got this kind of matte spongy end or side, and then this slightly harder bit that is used for the floor grip if you're laying it on the garage floor or a gym. I think they're really good actually, because I've got, like I say, I've got them on the boat, but that's for flooring, so they are that way up. But I'm going to stick these two together this way, so it's kind of got the matte finish on the outside. I just think aesthetically it looks better from inside and outside of the boat than having this pattern showing. So I'm going to put on my Evo stick on both surfaces. Problem is with this stuff in this heat, it says to give it 5-10 minutes to dry, but I'll tell you what, it seems to dry really quickly, but you have to wait till both surfaces are touch dry before you put them together. I mean, we're lucky to be, we're moored up at the moment on the Coventry Canal in Tamworth, and Tamworth has a Sainsbury's just literally 5 minutes away where Cindy has gone now, and just 2 or 3 minutes further on there was Halfords and a number of other shops. So we took the opportunity to get these. And also Amazon wise, there's a lot of Amazon collection points, so we tend to try and plan ahead when we need something. And like I say, I ordered those, the side hatch cover fly net from Amazon, and then I tend to fill up my basket on Amazon and then look ahead to a pickup point that's on our way in a direction that we're travelling, and then order them so it's ready to pick up. And we've got a couple of things to collect this afternoon when I get a notification to say they've arrived, and literally that is 2 or 3 minutes walk away, the post office where the Amazon will be delivered. So I'm just going to use a piece of this stuff just to spread that around. See it better when I do the other one probably. Yeah, just spread that out thinly. It's right, a boat's just gone flying past, nudged me a little bit. It's really interesting, isn't it, that people say that people that hire boat holidays are the ones that speed past you, but that's not been the case for us. We tend to find, because I think when you hire a boat, they do say to you, you know, this is the etiquette, you need to do this, and slow down when you pass moored boats. But some don't seem to do that. And do you know what? If I'm passing a moored boat, I will go to tick over, because that's what I want people to do for me, because it does send your boat knocking around, regardless of how tight you moor it. But also, if someone's mooring up and they're holding the centre line, and you go speeding past them, it will draw their boat forward or backwards or wherever, and it will drag them along, because it's just impossible to hold 16.5 ton of steel when the current wants to take it in a certain direction. And also, if people are casting off and untying their boat, it's just etiquette. And we go into neutral and just coast past boats, and then just use the gear to keep the steering to where we want it to go. But we just try and do the right thing by slowing down. Right, anyway, I'm going to just put this netting on here, and then just, it will hold this stuff, even when it's going off, or not gone off properly, will hold it in place. So that's fine. And then I just try and just make sure that glue goes through the netting a little bit, so it will bond to the other side like that. This smells great. I'm not a glue sniffer by any means. Well, yet by any means, but I do like the smell of it. Although it probably sends me dizzy. But it is a strong smell, and they don't recommend sniffing it or smelling it, but it does. I like the smell. There you go. So I think it's gone off enough now. But I'm always worried about letting it go off too dry and it not bonding, but that seems to be fine. Just press out the air bubbles. And then I'll just use the window to just weigh it down. And I'll leave that to go off a bit. While that's going off, I do cut a couple, I'll show you actually, I just cut a couple of pieces here. They're on this window, then you can see them there. And that just helps to secure them in place, so it just creates that seal and holds them in place. Otherwise they would flop open like the glass would if it was in. Pane of glass is out, the porthole glass. I'm just going to slip this in place. And if I've done it right, it would fit. There we go. As you can see, it's just a little bit loose. So these are the little bits I've stuck together, two pieces of rectangular floor matting, the same stuff cut together, and they just slide in there and hold that in position. Like that. There we go. There's the net. It does the job. But I just thought I'd show you what I've done to kind of avoid paying large sums of money for mosquito netting that I can't get hold of anyway. And you can buy the netting from pretty much anywhere, so that's easy enough to get. But there you go. I've made enough for all of our windows, but we'll probably only use them overnight on the canal side, not the towpath side, for obvious reasons. So when we've gone to bed, we'll secure the windows with the proper porthole windows and lock them. But that way we don't have to leave those open. But the canal side, we can have the windows out with the netting in, and it should help ventilate and keep the flies out. So there you go.
This first porthole has the fly screening that Em made earlier. The others have the glass still in. Cannot tell the difference. We're so happy with them and no flies.
Thanks for watching. Please take care of yourselves and hope to see you in the next video.